What's going on, everybody? It's the PRIME coming back at you guys with another episode of the Prime Nostalgia Podcast. And I'm here with my co-host, Leeboy TV. Tell the people what's up.
What up, Leeboy TV in the building, in the Zoom, on your TV screens, on your YouTube screens, on your phone, wherever you are watching this, that's where I am. Shout out to y'all.
All right. So this week, we got a good episode for you. Last week we had D2. Week before that we had the 90s Nickelodeon bracket. This week we're gonna talk about some of our favorite best friends, whether they're duos, trios, or five. What do you call five?
A gang, I guess.
A gang, yeah. All right, whether it's two best friends, three best friends, trios, quadruple, or just all five. So, yeah, we're gonna talk about that a little bit. These are only on TV shows, not movies, or TV movies. I don't think they count, but we just talk about TV shows. I got five, Leeboy got five, and we got honorable mentions. So, take it away. Or you want me to go first? Who do you want to go first?
Oh man, you go ahead and drop one for us. In fact, no, let me go ahead and drop first. I'll go ahead and drop my number 5 spot. I didn't really have too many honorable mentions, although I'm sure you could spark my memory. We can have a little discussion about some of the other bests. But I'm starting off here with the main cast or the main friends in the TV show Atlanta. This show is obviously, hopefully everyone's seen it. I'm a big proponent of the city of Atlanta. I've been there twice within the last year, love it. And now I could kind of see where the culture of the show really comes from. This cast gives an alternate perspective to that. And the main friends are Earn, Paperboy, and Darius. I'm a big fan of Lakeith Stanfield, one of my favorite actors out. You can't say anything bad about Donald Glover. And then the guy that plays Paperboy, he's popping up in everything nowadays. I wish I knew his name off the top of my head. But yeah, he's making a killing as far as his emergence into the Hollywood scene. But yeah, this cast of Atlanta, man, they hit so many nuances within Black culture that are just hilarious and then eye-opening as well. So that's my number 5. I'm sure you've seen this show, right? Yeah. Everybody's seen Atlanta. In fact, I was watching an episode of it on the way back from Atlanta, which put this right at the top of my head. It was playing on the flight. And so I watched a couple episodes then. And this show just shows the genius of Donald Glover, man. Did he write, direct, produce? He did everything for this show. But yeah, so that's where I'm starting off at number 5. One thing, though, that I did notice when doing some research for this is him and his character on Community, which I've never seen, popped up on a lot of best friends lists. So I'm interested to see what Donald Glover did in that show. Might check it out this week.
Okay, I gotta check out Community too. I've been hearing everything about it, and I know they did a reunion recently during this quarantine era. So I gotta see what it's about. My number 5, I actually it's a big show. I don't know if you can consider these two best friends, even though they are pretty much best friends. My number 5, I got Will and Carlton, actually.
What? Come on, man. Well, that's higher on my list.
That's higher. All right.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But yeah, I guess you are right. I was gonna say, where you going now, Prime? Talking about they ain't best friends, but they are technically cousins. So, yeah, I'll give you that. But you could always throw, Jeff, Jazz in there. Look, I said Jeff, Jazzy Jeff.
I mean, look, you got Will and Carlton, so I'll keep Will and Carlton. Will and Jazz, though. Will and Jazz should
those
be
are
mentioned.
true best friends. But yeah, I do have them higher on my list, so we can get to that in a bit.
What's your number 4?
Number 4, actually, I got to tie at number 4. So one of these could have been an honorable mention, but they're so similar. They're I will say they definitely contrast, but their relationship is super similar, and that's Khadijah and Sinclair, living single, and also DJ and Kimmy Gibbler. I know it's like two opposites, but it's just like one cool person that's smart and straight, the straight character, and one super dumb, super clueless, super airheaded person that's just messing up everything, but also the glue that keeps everything together. So I just love their dynamic of both of these relationships. Like I said, they're pretty much the same, and it was hard for me to choose. I grew up with DJ and Kimmy, and they just provided tons of entertainment in my childhood. But Khadijah and Sinclair, they just take it to another level. I mean, Sinclair, her cluelessness is next level. I don't know if you can beat it. And they have a crew of friends too, if you throw in Maxine and Regine and all them. But yeah, I love the Full House, and I love Living Single. I couldn't choose between the two groups.
I'll be honest. DJ and Kimmy was gonna make my list, but I've seen I've seen Fuller House, and not that Fuller House is bad or anything. Fuller House is not bad, but like watching Fuller House, I just get annoyed by DJ and Kimmy. I'll be honest with you. It's
See, but
like,
I never seen it, so it didn't kill it
I
for
mean,
me.
for a reboot or revival, it's a good show. I'm like, it's like literally, it's like it's the DJ show, and everybody else is like underneath. It's like this whole show is about DJ. Like, we literally had a whole season of what guy does she want to date, and then the next season was she's dating this guy. Then the next season was she's dating the other guy. Then the next season after that was she's marrying the one guy, and then the final season was they're together. It was.
See, now that would confuse me because I feel like Full House was not that centered around DJ at all. In fact, the band of friends in Full House, the original, the adult characters, is a pretty good band of friends as well. When you got Uncle Jesse, what's the guy that did all the cartoon voices?
Joey, Uncle Joey.
Uncle Joey, and then obviously you got the pops there. But yeah, DJ definitely was not like a main. I wouldn't consider her a main character in the show, so that would be a little bit weird for me to watch Fuller House and it to be really centered on her. But yeah, so it didn't ruin it for me the way it ruined it for you. But yeah, just their relationship. I mean, Kimmy though, no, just she provided a lot of comic relief for that show. In addition to Uncle Joey, I think she was probably she probably was funnier than Joey. I think she was the funniest person on the original Full House, Kimmy Gibbler.
She was. I would say she was funny without being corny. Like Uncle Joey had the corny, the cheesy. Even though Kimmy was cheesy, hers was more of like actual. You get actual chuckle, not just like,
Right. It was more relatable than Joey. Joey, you could tell he was like placating towards the kids and to the babies that watched it for the twins, for the Olsen twins. It kind of like hit that crowd. Those people love Joey. But, DJ and Kimmy gave you a little bit of teenage vibes and made you feel a little bit older at watching as a kid. So, yeah, always, had a little crush on DJ, and then Kimmy was just hilarious. But same dynamic though with Khadijah and Sinclair. Now Sinclair,
yeah,
he definitely was the comic relief of the show. I don't think it's even. I mean, Overton was hilarious too, and they were about the same as far as how ditzy they were. So they both had that dynamic. But Sinclair, the things that she used to say were just literally so off the wall that it would just make you die laughing. And then when you pair that with the sternness of Queen Latifah as Khadijah, like you felt like you was getting in trouble. Yeah, I used to love watching those two bounce off each other.
Okay, so you got a tie. I don't have no ties on here for me, but I will say Khadijah is a good friend to have. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, she employed Sinclair first off. she was her secretary, so yeah, that's a great friend. If you can get a job with your best friend, that's great.
So my number 4 is Zach Morris, AC Slater, and Screech Powers. Well, it's weird because like the actual best friend duo is Zach and Screech, but the cell of it is Slater and Zach. But then they're all three are best friends. I was gonna put the gang on here, the whole like Slater, Jesse, Kelly, Lisa, all 6 of them. I thought that'd be overkill, so I just put it down to just Zach, Slater, and Screech.
Yeah, and when we were debating our other topic, I definitely was gonna have Zach on that list. Because I kind of look at him as the lead and everyone else kind of a second fiddle. Especially, he has the responsibility of narrating the show, talking to the camera, and kind of breaking that fourth wall and speaking to the audience. But yeah, kind of hard to choose who is the true best friend between Screech and Slater. I will say Slater is a little bit more of a rival, and Screech is definitely the best friend that's there to confide, and they really bounce off each other. And he's also similar to Kimmy, similar to Sinclair. He's like the comic relief in the relationship. So definitely much needed for the show. Although it seemed like it didn't really play out like that off camera, which sucks. But R.I.P. Screech, Dustin Diamond. But yeah, definitely a great add to the show. So yeah, those are some great best friends, obviously.
Uh, what's your number 3? We breezing through this. What's up? What's your number 3?
Oh, I don't know if you've seen this. We haven't ever discussed this show on this podcast, but this was one of my favorite shows that I've ever watched. It's a little bit on the rated R side, a little bit more adult compared to some of the content that we talk about here. But it's Vinny, E, Drama, and Turtle from Entourage. Have you seen Entourage?
I saw the movie. I have not seen the show.
Right. So the show, I mean, obviously the movie does a great job of displaying what we saw from them as characters throughout the show. But I've seen I think it's like 6 or 7 seasons of this, and it's just constant. They're constantly developing their friendships throughout the show. One of my favorite characters is and I forgot to mention Ari. Although he's like the agent, he's still like in those band of friends. And Vinny Chase, although he's the lead character, similar to like a Zach Morris, he's like the star. The other characters is what really makes the show great, especially Drama's his not as good looking brother that's always trying to compare himself to Vinny, and it's just sad. And he has his bouts with depression and everything like that. And E is just trying to find his way with his literal best friend is Vinny Chase. They're the two best friends if you had to make a couple or make a pair. And then Turtle, he went on to do great things after his career here in an Entourage, but he was the most relatable guy. And then everybody wanted to be Ari. So like they all just kind of play their own role, and everybody shines at one point in the within the show, within the seasons, especially Ari. But yeah, it's a great band of friends. Obviously, the show's called Entourage, so it had to be a great entourage. So if you haven't seen it, go check out some of those old seasons and watch the movie too.
Which one was that where it was like, if you can last like 2 minutes in the ring with Ronda Rousey, you can take her on a date?
Oh, that was Turtle.
Okay.
That was Turtle. And like Turtle, he really is the guy that just like smokes weed and doesn't do anything in the group until like season 5 or 6. He just kind of hangs out. He's literally the entourage. And so at that point, I think he comes up with his own, like, it might have been a weed company or something. And he's starting to gain a little clout. And then, yeah, he dates a few people, including Ronda Rousey. He gets beat up. And he takes her out on a date. They date for a couple episodes, and yeah, that was like one of his bigger spotlights. But yeah, Turtle is hilarious. So yeah, Entourage, like I said, go watch it, go stream it if you haven't checked it out. One of the greatest band of friends I ever seen as far as the writing and character development throughout the show. Hilarious and also thrilling and also risque. If you're looking for some risque content, go check it out.
Okay. So I feel you on that one. I'm gonna have to check that show out. But my number 3, Look, I'm pretty sure you might have this. You might have this on your list or a version of this on your list. So I'm gonna already save it for your higher on my list. But I got Carl. Oh wait, God dang, hold up. Not Carl. I was saying his real name. My bad. I got Cole, Tommy, and Martin. Are these higher on your list?
Oh no, it's not on my list.
All right,
Not on my
good.
list. Although Cole is one of them ones though, man. He fits that same mold under the Sinclairs, under the Screeches, Kimmy Gibblers, and all those. But yeah, man, I did I miss this one? Might have missed this one. Might have missed it. It definitely would have been over the Atlanta cast. Sorry, Donald Glover.
So like,
Definitely.
just I was watching the episode the other day, the episode where they got rich and they wanted to buy the restaurant. And he was like, rental spoons. And it was like, he was like, Martin was like, Cole, you got one more time. And he said rental spoons. He was like, hey. Did I say one more time? He was like, yeah. You see me? Yeah. Your time's up. I was like, that's a good scene.
Oh man, but yeah, Martin obviously is classic. I think I just maybe looked at it a little bit more as just Martin, but Cole did add a lot. Tommy definitely they killed Tommy every episode. And then if you want to throw in Pam and Gina, I mean, I love the way Martin used to kill Pam. That is classic television every episode. So if you throw her in the Friends, I think clear cut they have to be in the top 5. So I'll say that's a miss for me.
I will say though, like I think the funniest dynamic in Martin is when whatever is happening, whatever is going wrong, Cole is saying like a stupid suggestion, and Martin is getting upset with Cole, and then Tommy come out of nowhere. Well, I got you, I can help you. And they say, good, we're here or something. He say, I know somebody from my job, and that's when they be like, you ain't got no job. I think
got no job, man.
That just makes it funny. It's like whatever's going wrong, Tommy be like, I can help it with somebody from my job. And he don't got a job, which like it makes it funnier. I don't know why that's.
Oh, and don't forget, there is one more friend too. That's dumb as hell. And can you think of it? Look, he always popping in.
There's one more friend.
There's one more friend you could throw in there too. That's dumb, crazy, bruh man.
Talking about from Martin or from any show?
From Martin, bruh man, from the Fifth Floor.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say bruh man. I'm saying like, yeah.
No, I'm saying that's just one more add to the band of Friends and Martin, and then obviously all the characters that he plays. They're not. I wouldn't necessarily call them friends, but Shanae, you can add her in the Friends. She's always there and always hilarious. So yeah, you know what? That's a great one that I pretty much missed there.
Who is your number? Or number 2, I think, right? That was my number 3.
Yep, at number 2, I am on Will and Carlton. I got Will and Carlton at my number 2, mostly because I mean, actually, both of these guys, man, they're the quintessential BFFs. Even though they are cousins, you know, they both stole the show at times. Everybody wanted to obviously be Will Smith, and everybody has a cousin like Carlton that's just not as cool. Whether you're Carlton or you have a cooler cousin, I don't know which role you would play in this to everybody listening, but you always see this dynamic of, you know, the cool guy and the not so cool guy that are forced to blend and mend a friendship. You know, I will call them friends because even though they were cousins, they literally had to like get along in school, because you don't have to get along with your cousins, but these two, they were made to get along. Actually, that is more of a family relationship, huh? you get to choose your friends. So I guess Will would not have technically chosen Carlton as his friend, but
they do have each other's back. I mean, come on now, the shooting episode was great.
Mm-hmm.
The episode out for,
I always remember the one. The one where when they had to play pool, or the one when they had to play pool and they get stuck. they lose the car or something, and
Yeah, the one
Uncle
where they
Phil
get
has
in
to come up
jail.
there. Oh, the one
He
they
get
in
thrown in
jail.
jail.
The one where Carlton, what doesn't he lose his virginity or something? That one was hilarious.
The episode where they're dancing to jump on it.
Obviously,
That's
that one.
probably the
Uh,
best one. The best for no reason, just for no reason at all. Just love it.
all the episodes too at the university, it was more focused on them when they went to college. And Carlton played the mascot, right?
The peacock, I think.
Yeah, the peacock, which was always hilarious. I mean, Will was always giving him a hard time while he's over here dealing with Tyra Banks and all of them coming in and out of school. And so yeah, a lot. They have so many episodes that focus on the two of them. And Carlton, his character development in the show is probably second to none outside of Will. Yeah, I can't think of anyone else that would have that second role outside of Carlton. And this is one of the best TV shows of all time. So, as far as best friends, if we were just doing duos, this would probably have been my number one. Uh, but we're doing best friends, what could be two, three, four, it could be a whole gang. So this actually landed at my number two spot. I'm surprised you had it at number five.
Yeah, yeah. I was not sure if they were best friends or not, so that's why I was hesitant.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got more. I like more groups of best friends, even though Will and Carson are great. I like more moments from other duos and other friend groups.
I will say, yeah, they don't have a big band of friends. It's just if you wanted to throw Jazz in there, you could throw Jazz in there. But other than that, they never had anyone that really stuck with the group. So it was just kind of them two. And like you said, they're not technically friends. So I could see that. But yeah, it's just the two of them. And man, they, you know, is Will the best TV show character of all time? That's definitely he'd be up there. It's probably debatable between him and a couple others, but he definitely would be one of my favorites if we were doing that topic.
All right, so my number two could be a lot of people's, especially '90s kids. Number one, you already know where I'm going. Keenan and Kale. It's my number two.
Keenan and Kale. Higher on my nope, not on my list. Sorry,
it's not,
Keenan.
okay.
Sorry,
okay.
Kale.
I mean, just
I knew that they would be on your list for sure.
Yes, I mean, this is like a fantastic friend duo. It's like you got one friend influencing the other friend in good or bad ways, and then their friendship is like a family friendship. It's like the mother cooks dinner extra for Kale because she knows he's just gonna come in there. Like she just knows. Like I don't know what I can say. I can say so many good things about this show. I'm just keep it short. They're a great friend duo, and go watch Keenan and Kale if you haven't. To go experience.
What do you mean go watch? They better have watched Keenan and Kale if they're watching this. Look, I mean, like you said, they have a great relationship, which is played out like so many others that I just said. Kale plays that guy that's somewhat clueless and ditzy throughout, but he also saves the day and brings everyone together, including the Rockmores, his next door TV fam. Are they next door neighbors? He just in the neighborhood. He just comes around.
I don't even think they live in the same neighborhood. I think they're just childhood friends. He just
pops up.
It's similar to Steve Urkel. So Steve Urkel parents try to get rid of him. So Kale's parents should be like, just go to Keenan's house, pretty much.
Oh man, and
I think there's been a couple episodes where he came in and he said, "Hey, my parents told me to come over here," or "My parents told me to get out," or something. So,
because Kale is hella annoying for sure, and he annoys the hell out the Rockmores, and so yeah, I could see where his parents would be telling them to get out of Dodge, but yeah, him and Keenan together, obviously, they work together and they had tons of hilarious moments. Do they work together? They both work at the convenience store.
Just sits
he just pops up. He just comes.
He don't work.
I forgot. He just comes and drinks the orange soda out of the damn refrigerator for no reason. While Keenan's trying to do his job. So he literally is just following Keenan everywhere he goes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do they
And he
show
just
them in
went.
school much?
Yeah, they show him in school. They got friends at school. They got Mark, Mark Cram, I don't want to say the white guy, but Mark is the white guy. Charlotte goes here at school. Charlotte is Alexis Fields. They had I don't know what her name is. They had a friend. She was played by Linda Cardellini, if you know who that is. And Nick Cannon, I think, was one of their.
For real? Wait, I didn't even know he was on that show.
No, he's not like a prominent role. I think he's just like in the classroom, and they kind of like ask him a question every now and then. All right, Keenan and Kale, and then Charlotte at the store, and Mark at the store sometime. They kind of abuse Mark, like they pretend to be his friend to get his car or whatever. Somebody else. Chris, somewhat their boss or Keenan's boss. They're not friends, but they at work, they have a lot of scenes at work because they're at work and you have to like talk to the boss pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, that was probably my favorite character outside of Keenan and Kale was Chris. He was always hilarious, and they were always pranking him and everything. Yeah, tons of great moments in the store. Those are probably some of the funniest scenes to me in the convenience store.
I say, so we talking about it now a little bit. I think Roger might be not my favorite, like for favorites, but like as far as like who you want to see when the show comes on, I think Roger might be my, like, I could see him get mad or get angry or beat somebody up all day. So we are gonna go to break and we're gonna be right back with our honorable mentions and our number one.
Pew, pew.
All right. We are back talking about our favorite group of best friends. And I'm here with Leeboy TV. Reminding people who you are.
Oh, catch me on LeeboyTV.com, Leeboy TV on all socials. And yeah, TV show Best Friends, man. We got to get into these honorable mentions before we hit number one. I mean, I was pretty satisfied with my list so far. I'm kind of mad I didn't think about Martin and them because that was a great band of friends. But who do you got for honorable mentions?
Just real quick, for the people that's randomly searching this, coming in the middle, coming into this episode from the break, I'm not judging why you would do that, but if you were to do that, I would just repeat my list. I got Will and Carlton at 5, Zach Slater and Screech at 4, Martin, Cole, and Tommy at 3, Keenan and Kale at 2. And I just had to say that, you know, some people just so happen to scroll in late. Hey,
or you just need a reminder. So I'll just say, you know, I had the Atlanta cast. Ooh, Earn, Paperboy, Darius. I don't know Paperboy's name on the show. Look, I'm just calling him Paperboy because it's funnier. Khadijah and Sinclair tied with DJ and Kimmy at number 4. Entourage, Vinny, E, Ari, Drama, and also Turtle. And then I have Will and Carlton at number 2.
All right, so you are all caught up. Now, I'm gonna say some of my honorable mentions. I got a few, but we can breeze right through it. One that we talked about is DJ and Kimmy. Like I said, they were gonna make my list, but Fuller House just
doesn't do it for
made
you.
me not like their friendship and not like DJ. And if y'all seen the show, y'all know what I mean. It's like literally it's the DJ show, and I got Gina and Pam. So I was gonna group them in with Martin and Tommy and Cole, but I was like, they're a great group of friends themselves. So Gina and Pam, I'm gonna keep going. Like I said, I got DJ and Kimmy, Gina and Pam. I got Flex and Dwayne from 1-on-1. Great pair of friends. Usually Flex is the the ringleader, and Dwayne is just there, but they are good friends to each other. Remember, Love is a House. Great episode. I got Steve and Cedric from Steve Harvey Show.
I thought about having them on as well. Steve Harvey. I keep bringing up that we debated another topic, and that would have been, he would have definitely been on the top of that list, or in that list, I think. So I can't wait till we hit that one so I could give Steve his flowers. But yeah, Cedric, he was funny as hell. They was both funny as hell on that show, including my mentor, Wendy Raquel Robinson. She was, classic. Their whole thing. And they were technically friends too. So
well, I mean,
they ended up getting together. But yeah.
Yeah, you could include Steve, Cedric, the principal, and Levita. You could include them.
Levita Alizé.
But I only included Steve and Cedric. You got Marion and Tonya. Can you guess what show that's from?
Marion and Tonya. No idea.
Marion is a guy.
Oh, this is that In the House?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah, she was funny as hell on the show.
And if you watch the show, you know what I mean by best. Like, she had his back through it all.
Yeah, I gotta go check that out again. It's
been
a while.
All. You got Freaks and Geeks, the geeks from Freaks and Geeks. You got Sam, Neil, and Bill or Billy. I don't know. I just like their dynamic. They're the nerds of this show. And they are a good group of friends. This show is, how can I explain the show to you what it is? I don't know. You want to have to watch. I don't know. I can't explain to you exactly what they remind me of.
Never seen it, so I've heard of it, but never seen it.
And then my last honorable mention, some people that you might like, Malcolm and Eddie.
Yeah, of course.
Should have been on my list, but at the last minute, I decided to scrap them. So, yeah, Malcolm and Eddie, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I love the pairing of the straight character and the crazy character, and so they fit that mold as well. I mean, Eddie Griffin, this was like the prime of his career. This is like I would say the project that would solidify him or represent him the most. Obviously, it's his name. And he never got his own TV show that he got to where he was the lead character on his own, like so many comedians did. So this would be the closest version of that. And I mean, him and then Michael Javon Warner, this is his reprise back on TV. So that was a good show, man. I need to go check that out again because it's been a while. But
I always said it was like the adult Keenan and Kale.
Right.
Except
Makes a lot of sense.
Eddie wasn't like that goofy character. So when you go into thinking about it being the adult Keenan and Kale, I think you can see a lot of similarities and you will enjoy it. It took a little bit of time, but those are my honorable mentions. And now we're going to go to Leeboy's number one.
It might be a little bit of a surprise to people because similar to Entourage, I don't think I have discussed this TV show on this podcast, but this is one that you just put on going to sleep. I've probably seen all the episodes. It's definitely on syndication and it's near and dear to a lot of people's hearts. No, it's not Friends. It's Seinfeld.
Okay.
Seinfeld, George Costanza, Elaine, Kramer, and then don't forget about Newman. Oh man. Literally the entire show. A lot of people say the show's about nothing, but really the show is about the friend dynamic and how they're different idiosyncrasies that put them together and also separate them as friends, their personalities. And I mean, obviously George and Seinfeld are the two main buddies, I would say. And, George is just hilarious. He's always he just can't never get it right. You can't keep a job. You can't keep a girl. You can't keep no money. And I just made me think of the episode when he lost the apartment to Seinfeld, right? But then when you throw in Kramer, who is literally the best friend that just pops in, and then Elaine is just quirky as hell. She's hilarious. She's a lot like Seinfeld, I would say, but they have this relationship where they like each other, but they don't. But then Newman, I just think of the episode of Newman when him and Kramer had to go out to, I think they're going upstate New York to some cabin, and they get into all kind of crazy trouble on the way up. And then obviously he just torments Jerry throughout the entire series. The whole friend dynamic between the five of them is just classic. And it's just a show that I couldn't stop watching as a kid, all the way up into my adult years, probably until I had kids. That's when I probably stopped watching it, just because I couldn't have the TV on all night like I used to. But other than that, that was literally the show that put me to sleep every night and brought a lot of laughs.
Okay. We had a lot about Seinfeld. I know a lot of people might have Seinfeld on their list of favorite best friends, Seinfeld game as their list. So I like it. My number one is actually my favorite show. Shocker, my favorite show is not Keenan and Kale. But this group of friends, they stick with each other, they stand by each other. They're always gonna be together. Even till their reboot, they were still together. But reboot, revival, remake, or whatever you want to call it. I got Corey Matthews, Sean Hunter, Topanga Lawrence Matthews, and sometimes Eric Matthews. The boy Meets Worldcast.
See, I didn't know this was your favorite show.
Yeah. Yes. It's my absolute favorite show. It's a coming of age show. Like,
it is.
I think this is the ultimate. Well, maybe there's more. I don't know. I think this is the ultimate coming of age show that deals with real subjects, actual comedy, actual lessons, and a good teaching. Like, you watch you watching it, you actually learning something that like helps your real life. You're like, oh, like, okay.
I wish that was my teacher, right? Feeney, like,
yeah, like Mr. Feeney. I'm gonna say like his like quotes. I think I got like two of his quotes. Like, he got great quotes. I think two of them really stick out the most to me. But like, he got good quotes. But their friendship dynamic of Corey and it starts off with Corey and Sean. It's like everybody says they were like the bromance of the '90s. Everybody like to put that out there. Their friendship was good. Then you add Topanga, and all three of them friendships good. Then you add the brother Eric. Their friendship is good. And then when they go to college, they get more friends. They get Trina McGee, who was on this show. They get Jack, Matthew Lawrence. Then they get Maitland Ward. So like they get a good group of friends that span out to their college years, but it starts off with just Corey, Sean, and Topanga, and then it gets into this big friend group, which I love.
Yeah, it's like the less corny Saved by the Bell. Like, they have a similar dynamic where they have school is a big part of it. Obviously, Saved by the Bell was mostly centered in school, but school is definitely a big part of this show as well. But yeah, especially the Mr. Would you consider Mr. Feeney as one of the friends? He could be. At home, he's a friend. At home, he's just a friend.
Like, I kind of would, depending on what season. Like, because like every time they're out of school, he's either at their house or they're doing something together. I would even say like there's another teacher in there named Mr. Turner. He was Sean's the best friend. Sean was his dad was not there, so he was Sean's like dad, and he's a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So that dynamic was a good dynamic too. And like, I just think this is the ultimate coming of age show. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that now. I don't care. But yeah, a show is more likely, because this is probably why I like it. It's more likely to hook me in when they start from school or whatever, and then they go to college in this show. So like Fresh Prince, they went to college in the show. Saved by the Bell, they went to college, but they made a whole new season. Probably what threw people off. Like if they would have went to college in the next season, I think people would have taken it more. And then of course some of the cast members left, so they didn't have everybody. But I think if they would have did it like how other shows do it, where the next season they go into college, graduate school, go to college.
Oh man, but yeah, hit us up anyway. Run our mentions up with some of your best TV show bands of friends, duos, and anybody that would be considered best friends, BFFs, or anything like that. We want to know some of your favorite shows that feature friends in their episodes.
And if you want us to do a part 2 with like with friends from movies, we can do that too. We'll save that as a topic. But I'm gonna just say, let everybody know where they can find you.
Yes, sir. You can find me first off on LeeboyTV.com. Go check out some of the all swag merch, specifically in my TeePublic store. And then you'll find that I have tons of different TV, movie, memorabilia, licensed gear there. So go check that out as well. And also I just joined TikTok. I'm doing a little something. And Leeboy and Fuzz is coming back. I wrote the first episode. I'm gonna go ahead and record it. And it's going to be a little bit of a different look this time around, different dynamic, and Fuzz got an upgrade, so definitely check that out.
Okay, Fuzz got an upgrade. Okay. So I just got this question. Are you gonna bring out the little shirt, the green shirt, or the yellow shirt, or whatever?
Oh, y'all want to see a preview of Fuzz? I'll bring them out. Look, exclusive.
I've been seeing people talk about you're doing Leeboy and Fuzz. Of course, they'll see it, but I don't know. I guess they were we gotta see the green shirt with the little glasses.
Oh, me, so, yes, me and my.
So I thought I would tell you that they want to see.
Yeah, they want to see the green shirt. They want to see the bucket hat. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna have it probably for this first episode, but I'm working on it. I'm working on getting this background. We're gonna blow this up. So yeah, you guys are gonna see those upgrades happen this season. But right now, the first upgrade is Fuzz got arms. So we moving. We doing some things, because before it was just like a little hand puppet in my forearm in his butt. But now we added some limbs to your boy, and he's got a couple T's. But yeah, if you guys want to see that lime green shirt and that bucket hat, it might be some merch coming soon. I'm working on some merch for y'all. So you guys stay in tune.
Yeah. And then also don't forget to follow me. Follow me at KBNG Primetime. I'm just chilling. I check my notifications, No, seriously. Just follow me. Listen to the podcast. Follow the podcast at Prime Nostalgia Pod on Instagram, P Nostalgia Pod on Twitter. Thank you for the feedback from our last episode. We got a lot of good feedback from the D2 episode. Everybody said D2 was the best one. Anyways, without further ado, y'all listen to us rant. We cool. We good. Prime time is all the time, and we out.
Hey.